Hello, everyone. I am Keyshawn Graves, and I am so excited to speak with you all about changing your energy. So, I attended a virtual conference on the first of this year, and it was incredible. It was packed with 4 hours worth of just this high energy, positivity, and of course, great information. I only logged off to do my very first cycling class, which was a really great way for me to start the year, like and set the tone, starting something new, doing something different. I digress. That's not what this call is about. This call is all about one thing that was so present during this virtual conference, and that was the energy. Y'all, this energy was unreal from the way that it started, from every speaker introduction, every speaker themselves. It was filled with this magnetic passion and this magnetic energy. And something that was referenced over and over and over again was you need this energy. And listen, we do, but they were also trying to sell a service on getting that energy. And I'm not knocking it. I am not knocking it. That's not what this call is about. That may very well be the way that you need to ignite your fire or ignite that passion and get the energy that you need to move through life or to start or just to shift your current energy. Maybe it is to pay someone to work one on one or to work in a group with people who have that type of high energy that you need in order to shift yours. And a lot of people will tell you that you become more invested when you pay for the tools that you use. They call it putting skin in the game. You're more likely to use those tools in order to change your energy if you put some money up front. So I'm not knocking it. However, this video is all about how you can change your own energy relatively for free, more so with an investment of your time and the belief that you can change it. One thing about me is that I'm known for my energy and for my passion. And I'm often asked, how do you do it? And I always say, I am very intentional. My energy and my positivity, it doesn't mean that life isn't happening. As a matter of fact, y'all, there were times last year where I cried, like ugly cried before doing a speaking engagement. I probably cried more in 2020 than I ever have before, just with life and what was happening in the world and things that were sometimes even out of my control. And to be really honest with y'all, I've already been triggered this year to tears before speaking to someone or to a group of people. But the audience never knew. And they never knew because I was able to change my energy and to channel my passion to that call, to that person, to that conversation, to that group of people, being super intentional about changing my energy, to delivering that particular message to the audience that they needed to hear with the hopes to inspire someone. And sometimes after winding down from all of that adrenaline that I used to channel or change that energy, I go back to crying. And I'm not ashamed to say that. So I wanted to come to you all today to share a few ways that I change my energy or generate new energy. And I have 10 tips for you today. Number one, I'll start with the obvious because I already mentioned it. And that's what the conference was really all about. That's what they were promoting. And that is to join a group of positive, uplifting people. Maybe it is a coach. Maybe it's a small circle or small group of people. I have a sister circle that I like to call them, who are women who are on these incredible paths in their life. And they're people that I can lean on for support, people that I can call when I need to change my energy. And there are several groups like this that you can find. You can find them on Facebook. You can follow inspirational accounts on Instagram or any social media platform. You can also pay for those resources or you can pay for a coach. But there are a lot of resources out there that are free. Like the conference that I went to was free. And there are free ways that you can change, that you can use in order to change your energy. But you have to be intentional with wanting to change your energy and with doing the things that will change it. If you're not putting skin in the game by paying for it, We have to make sure that we are taking advantage of it as if we were. Number two, a gratitude practice. And I am not just talking about listing out or saying the things that you're grateful for, but I'm also talking about like saying please and thank you, and for being grateful for the small things and for being grateful for the big things, for the good things and the bad things, because in all those things, we can find something positive. We can find a positive outlook. We can find something that we learn from the good and from the bad. And having this foundation of gratitude is a great way to raise your energy decibel and a great way to move through life, because life will be filled with peaks and with valleys. Number three, service to others. Volunteer, give back to your community, give back to your neighbor, give back to your family, buy someone a meal, hold the door open for someone, smile. Y'all, smiling is a service to others and it is contagious. And it leads me to number four, smiling first thing in the morning. Like literally, try it. Like raise your cheeks, turn your mouth corners upside down, first thing in the morning. Do it when you wake up, do it when you're in the mirror, do it when you're brushing your teeth. For me, that act is almost like when you're meditating and you hear the guide say, now bring yourself back to by wiggling your fingers and wiggling your toes. You can have that same effect by simply turning the corners of your mouth right side up with the smile. Number five, move your body. Get up, exercise, take a walk, shake your arms, do the dance, bend those knees, wiggle everything from your head down to your toes. Do it to music that is blasting at its highest level, or do it to nothing. Do it to the music that's in your head. But if you need to change your energy or to channel new energy or to channel your energy into something more positive, that is a really great way to do it intentionally. Number six, breathing exercises, which I know a lot of successful people talk about often. Tony Robbins talks about it a lot. And it's like pumping your arms and taking these deep, intentional breaths and breathing from the bottom of your lungs and from the depths of your belly. But also, it's breathing in stillness and in silence and in meditation and in prayer, and praying for the energy that you need and for the energy that you don't need to be released, and for praying for the energy of those people around you, or for the people that you will encounter, those people who are on the road, those people who are flying by you, those people who may flip you off, those people who you know, and for the people who you don't know. Number seven, pump yourself up. Now, I kind of already mentioned this, but I just think that it's like really one of my go-to ways to channel or to change my energy. So I got to say it again. Listen to music, your kind of music. And I always say to be selfish here. I actually call it being generously selfish, because the more selfish we are with filling up our own cup, the more generous we can be to other people with all of the beautiful value that you have to add to the world and to your circle of influence. You can be more generous because you are being more selfish with yourself and with what you need to change or to channel that right kind of energy. But this might also mean with podcasts or an excerpt from a book or one of your favorite quotes or a scene from your favorite movie. But do what you need to pump yourself up. Number eight, give yourself a small win. I always say to collect a wins binder. That's WINS, a wins binder. And this can be like a digital or a tangible binder filled with your wins, with the things that you've done, with the people that you've helped, with the places that you've gone, with the things that you've overcome. Because what we know is that life is inevitable and it will be filled with peaks and valleys. It will be filled with highs and lows. That inevitability of life will happen. But when you're feeling low and when that low list is causing your energy to be off a little bit, you can go back to your wins. You can go back to your wins binder and you can be reminded of who the heck you are and who you were when you got through it last time. Because guess what? If you did it then you can absolutely do it now. now. And you can be reminded of how proud you were when you got through it, when you didn't think you could. So remind yourself that this too shall pass and you will get through this again. If maybe you do some of the exercises that we already mentioned, or when you just simply remember what you did and how you did it last time. Number 9, sometimes we need grit and to face it or to face it until we make it. I call this and seen. And let me tell you, last year I had to and seen more than what I would like to admit. But all the while, I was believing unequivocally that I would make it. And so, baby, I was walking that walk and talking that talk and doing some of the things that I mentioned already, as many as it would take in order for me to change it. And I would and seen, knowing and believing that this too shall pass. But that me and seeing was a way for me to get through that conversation, get through that day with the hopes to inspire someone else to get through theirs. And number 10, and y'all, I think that this is probably the biggest one, and that's grace. Sometimes we need to feel and to cry and to heal. Sometimes there's no amount of people or community or exercises that are already mentioned that we can do to change our energy. Sometimes we just need to be in it and be one with it. And sometimes we need to say no or not now and to be vulnerable with that and honor ourselves and give ourselves grace with making that decision. Sometimes that may mean to take a day off or to take a vacation or to take a breather and walk around the block. But knowing that we're not going to stay down for long because this too shall pass, and being intentional with knowing that, and not holding a grudge with yourself because you gave yourself time to feel, or you gave yourself time to heal, and being intentional. Those are my top 10 tips that I have for changing my own energy, and I hope that you receive them well. Now, listen, you do not have to do them all. Maybe start with 1 or 2 and give it some time and be intentional with it. And then after so long, reflect on how or if it changed your mood or changed your energy. And if it did, keep it going. Make it a practice. Commit to being consistent with it. And then maybe you can try another. I found that personally, these practices have really helped me keep the high energy I need in order to help people achieve their goals and for me to pursue my own goals, which is to abundantly help people become all that they envision themselves being. Let me know if you find these to be valuable. And if you do, please share this video with someone else. Thank you guys so much and have an amazing day.